What's good, YouTube? It's that fantasy guy back with another video. And look, I haven't been posting videos. I've been busy doing rookie drafts, and so I figured why not talk about Dynasty rookie drafts since that's what I've been busy doing. Still in a few as we speak, but a lot of you have not had your rookie drafts. It's just the diehards out here having rookie drafts as soon as the NFL draft is over. Some of you guys are waiting closer to the season start to have your rookie draft, and that's understandable. Now, I personally like mine right after the draft. Be honest with you, I would rather have a rookie draft before the NFL draft because I want you to put your convictions on the players you choosing, and I don't want you to hear from the outside sources who you should be choosing. I want you to do the work yourself. That's how I roll. Do the work yourself. Do your own rankings. Pick who you like. See if they get the draft capital you think they deserve to get. And guess what? If that would have happened this year, a lot of y'all would have been fucked. Because a lot of people was on these wide receivers that didn't do nothing. So for the most part, a lot of the drafts were similar, especially the first round, first two rounds, pretty similar. Is there any surprises? Not really. Mac Jones dropped in some leagues to like the 201, but we knew he would be in the back of the drafts. I just feel like in a super flex, and I'm only talking about super flex league. Super flex league, you telling me there's 12 people that don't need a quarterback for him to drop to the 201? Even if I don't need a quarterback, and I had to do that in the league, he dropped. I had the 12 and the 201. And it's like, well, I don't need a quarterback. I got three, but I have no choice but to draft them because this is a value. So, and guess what? The dude right before me, he drafted Waddle when his quarterback situation is shaky. Like he has two starting quarterbacks. One, will have his job after a year, but the other one was Cam Newton. How could you not draft Mac Jones when you got Cam Newton? Are you serious? Look, I love Waddle, but I didn't understand that move. He pushing his problems for another year. That's if Mac Jones don't get the starting job by the end of the season. But he pushing his problems out to another season. Like he gonna be looking for that quarterback, and guess what? Him getting that quarterback will be more expensive than what Waddle is. So that's why I was like, that wasn't a good process in my opinion, because as soon as a quarterback is starting, as soon as a rookie quarterback gains the starting job, their value skyrocket. Is what it is. So I'm going to go over 3 leagues. These 3 leagues got sort of the same settings but different. What they do have in common is Superflex. 2 of them is full point PPR. 1 is a tiered PPR. All 3 of them is tight end premium. But let's go over League 1. In League 1, Lawrence Taylor... Trevor Lawrence, of course, went 1-on-1. Of course. That happened in every single league. So I don't even want you to get that twisted. Now, I've done like 20 different rookie drafts so far. Most of the rookie drafts, Trey Lance went number 2. And these 3 that I'm looking at right now, Trey Lance went on number 2 and 2 out the 3. And one of them, someone took Justin Fields. And, I'm not mad at him. Like, I really like Justin Fields as well, but I hear a lot of rumors about Trey Lance maybe getting the start early, when at first the word was he would need a year to sit. If he's going to be able to get in there, even if I have to wait 4 weeks or half the season, when he get in there, like I think so highly of Trey Lance that he's going to be a league winner. Mark my words. He gonna light it up. Now, in most leagues I was in, Pitt's range He went as high as 102 to like 106, 107. So it ranged where he went. And these three leagues, league number one, he went 104. League number two, he went 106. League number three, he went 107. But I seen him go in a lot of leagues 102, and that's because it was a safe league. Because I'm in a lot of safe leagues, and if you don't know the safe league, that's a league that's ran by a couple of guys. I know you know one of them, Scott Fish, the same guy that do the Scott Fish Bowl, and their league setting is 4-point PPR, but 2-point tight end premium and superflex. So all those leagues pretty much the same. All those leagues the same setting that I am. I think the only thing that changed in a couple of them is start on how many receivers to start, but most, pretty much 99% of them are 12-man. I'm in 114-man league, but all of them pretty much the same. So in League 1, Justin Fields went 103. In League 2, Justin Fields went 105. And as I said, in League 3, he went 102. And you had some people was willing to reach up and get Chase at the 103. Some was willing to reach up and get Harris because they really need a running back. But let me go over League 1. Let me go over League 1 for you right quick. So 101, Lawrence. 102, Lance. 103, Fields. 4, Pitts. 5, Harris. 6, Chase. 7, Etienne. 8, Wilson. 9, Mac Jones. 10, Javonte Williams. 11, Devontae Smith. 12, Waddle. And that pretty much stayed the same in all the leagues. You might see a couple spots, couple players change spots in some, but pretty much about the same order. Now, one of the things that is surprising, and I called it, I said, as soon as the draft was over, because I've been doing mock drafts for a rookie, Dynasty rookie ADP before the draft happening and right after the draft, and I said I can see Trey Sermon going as high as 108 in Superflex leagues, which is crazy. But I know the thirst for running backs, and the highest I've seen in one of the leagues I am in is 110. Now, I've seen screenshots of him going like 103, but I'm guessing that was a non-quarterback league. I mean, a one-quarterback league. I hope that's a one-quarterback league, because if he going that high, and who knows, you never know. But when the reason I'm saying, look, that's too expensive, too much risk, but that is swinging for his ceiling. That's like, I'm confident that man going to go to San Fran, be the lead back, and he's going to go off when you paying for him at the 103. Jesus. So, and Pitts going super high, and I done made my argument on Pitts before. I said I can't invest in a tight end that high or rookie tight end when we always know rookie tight ends usually don't produce that well. And right now, he's instantly valued as much as Kittle and Kelsey, and that's crazy. And people sitting there backing this up. Are you crazy? You crazy, man. So I have Kyle Pitts in the league. I drafted him in one league. It was the 14-man league because nobody would trade a tight end. So I was like, since I have like 5 quarterbacks, I was like, I could be redundant and get another quarterback and piss people off because I got all these quarterbacks. Or I could this could be the only league I drafted Kyle Pitts in. Let's try the experiment. I get one share of Kyle Pitts and see what all the hype about. because I really needed a tight end. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to trade down with Kyle Pitts. I'm going to try to trade down, get Hawkinson plus, and see if that works because I'd rather Hawkinson. As much as people hyped about this man, because he's a freak. It's no get it twisted. He's a freak, and he meet all the analytics and all that. But when I looked at his tape, he did not wow me like I was like wowed by Noah Fant or someone like that. Like he did not. His tape didn't wow me. It's just like just bigger and stronger than everyone on the field. Like so, we'll see because there's been other tight ends that I've loved and they didn't do nothing in the league. So a lot of tight ends people didn't put their faith in, didn't do much in the league. I trust the Falcons as an organization to cultivate talent, but I don't know if I trust them as the offensive coordinator or the coach as an offensive mind to make sure they put Pitts in the position to flourish. I don't know if that's going to happen, but guess what? We'll see because anything's possible. Maybe he's the first rookie tight end to have top 3 tight end season. I doubt it. Odds is against him. But the price you guys are paying for him, you better hope he do. Because I made the argument that I'd rather just pay for him when he produce. I'd rather just buy him in a startup when he start producing. Why spend that much on him now? That's just me. That's how I think. I don't need to spend that much when we know there's a good chance. We know the history of rookie tight ends is it usually not doesn't go well. So why hold him on my team and wait for him to produce when I could just wait for him to produce without him on my team and just buy him, even though he might be expensive. Shit, you paying a high price now. Why not? I just pay a high price when he's actually been fruitful. That's how I feel about it. All right, let me go over the second round in this rookie draft. 201, Trey Sermon. 202, Elijah Moore. 203, Bateman. 204, Rondale Moore. 205, Terrence Marshall. 206, Fairmouth. I always mispronounce his man's name. I hope I got it right that time. 207, Kadarius Toney, and he's pretty much went around 207 in every draft, 207, 208, that was him. The only person that was going in front of him, like people, that really need a running back would draft Michael Carter. And I can see his ADP creeping up because of the thirst for running back. So his ADP can creep up even higher because there's always a thirst for running back. 209, Diami Brown. 210, Tyler Wallace. 211, Amari Rogers. 212, Chuba Hubbard. And in the other leagues, it was about the same thing, except for St. Brown crept in the second round in a lot of leagues. And Nico Collins, you see Nico Collins. Even one of these leagues, Palmer went 203. Josh Palmer, which, nobody talked about Josh Palmer whatsoever pre-NFL draft, but he did get the draft capital. My thoughts on Josh Palmer, it's not much I have in my notes for him. I put it, he seemed like a possession receiver, tracks the ball well. He does have pro pedigree, so someone in his family, played the pros also. And he went 314 to the Chargers. He do fit my athletic threshold for wide receivers. So he do fit up in there, and he also have long arms, a long wingspan, big hands. He's not slow, so he might creep up on people because it's not like they have a lot of wide receivers on the Chargers, so he's not buried behind a long depth chart. He's only going to be behind Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, and we don't know how long Mike Williams is going to be there. So you might see him, real soon. He might surprise people. I've been drafting him and Tutu Atwell in leagues. Two people that didn't get any kind of hype but got the draft capital, because I've been pulling Tutu Atwell in third round, and I'll go ahead and draft him just because it's draft capital. But I see a way to him playing, because he has the role of the speedster, and a person that has that current role on the team is Deshaun Jackson. And usually, that's the same role they had on Brandon Cookson to stretch the field. So Deshaun Jackson going to do this. And you tell me, how long do Deshaun Jackson usually stay healthy? Not long. So he should get a shot to go out there, because, Van Jefferson definitely is not a burner. So if you're trying to stretch the field, you're going to have to throw Tutu Atwell out there. Now, how I felt as him as a prospect, I liked him a little bit, but he didn't fit the prototype whatsoever. So at 155, man on the way 155, I wasn't feeling it, and I had crossed him off my list. I wouldn't have dreamed he got any kind of draft capital. Wouldn't have dreamt it. One guy I've been taking a lot of in the third, he's going in the third, is Dwayne Estridge. A lot of people don't like Dwayne Estridge. He's old. He didn't produce till his last season. I hear all these things, and look, he stood out in some analytical things. One, the highest average all-purpose yards per game out in his class, not out the receivers, in his class. He got one of the highest yards per route in his wide receiving class. He got one of the highest yards per route in his class. He stood out during the Senior Bowl. I mean, what more you want from this guy, So he made my requirements. He good enough for me, so I've been drafting him everywhere. Got the draft capital. Second round draft capital. And only 7 other receivers was taken ahead of him. He went 7th round. I mean, it's not the best spot, but it's not the worst spot he went to either. Who knows? Maybe they adhere to Russell Wilson's request to throw the ball more. But he should be sliding in at the third receiver, so he's going to get his opportunity. No other real surprises in the rookie draft, but I'll go ahead and go over rounds 3 through 4 in this League 1 that I've been doing. 301, Hunter Long. 302, Nico Collins. 303, Kenneth Gainwell. 304, St. Brown. 305, Estridge. 306, Anthony Schwartz. 307, Ramondre Stevenson. 308, Tutu Atwell. 309, Davis Mills. 310, Kyle Trask. 311, Tommy Tremble. 312, Javion Hawkins. 401, Keeney Nuwewa. It's the running back that was taken to the Vikings, because I don't know how to pronounce his name. That's as good as Google get. 402, Kellen Mine. 403, Brevin Jordan. 404, Marquise Stevenson. 405, Elijah Mitchell. 406, Sammy Reyes. Yeah. That one was a wrench. Sammy Reyes is not going in many rookie drafts. So delete that one. 407, Dez Fitzpatrick. 408, Josh Palmer. 409, Trey McKitty. 410, Khalil Herbert. 411, Daz Newsome. 412, Colin Hill. So that's a wrap for that draft. That said, this video ended up being longer than expected, but I don't put out videos that much. Remember, I'm a player of the game. I do this for the game. I'm just here sharing my thoughts. I don't put out that much content, but when I do, I just feel the need to share my thoughts. Anyway, I'm out.